What's happening, everybody? Trey here, and today, reactions to the classics. I'm reacting to the Front Bottoms and their record, Talon of the Hawk. And I want to shout out our longtime friend and patron of the channel, Shane, for requesting this one to feature on the channel today, man. Looking forward to diving into this. Front Bottoms, I know a couple of their songs, Twin Size Mattress, which is on this record, I believe is their most famous song. And that's an absolute banger, man. But besides that, I don't think I know any of the other tracks on this record in particular. So looking forward to diving in today. So without further ado, man, let's just get into the quick facts right here. If you don't know, Front Bottoms are an American rock band from Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey, and they consist of a small group right here. We have the guitarist and lead vocalist Brian Sella, the drummer Matt Uchich. Hopefully I didn't butcher his last name too much. And then we also have on guitar, trumpet, and keys Ciaran O'Donnell. So just three members right here. This record is their second album. Its title is partly inspired by the character Hawk from the TV series Twin Peaks, which I've heard so many glowing reviews for, but I have not watched myself. So maybe some of these, if there are some Twin Peaks references, they might go over my head. Feel free to describe them to me in the comments, man. But Brian stated that, quote, "I have this thing with pocket knives. I think they're kind of cool. I was sitting in the van and drew this pocket knife. My girlfriend and I were watching Twin Peaks, and there was this police officer on the show that's called Hawk. I thought it was a badass nickname. So on the picture with the pocket knife, I wrote underneath it, Talon of the Hawk, just because it popped into my head and thought it was kind of cool. As it was getting close to the time when we needed to make a decision on the album name, I found the picture with the pocket knife that I had drawn in the van coming back from recording. I just said the name and everyone kind of agreed, and that's how it came up." So man, cool little backstory right there. I think it's a pretty sick album name as well. And I don't know, I'm just assuming the album cover, this is the actual pocket knife drawing that Brian had. So without further ado, man, let's get into this. Due to copyright, the music likely won't be here on YouTube, but you can check out the Vimeo link down below where the full reaction is going to be located. Shout out to all the patrons like Shane who help us afford that server space on there. And be sure to give a big thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button if you like what you see today. But all that to say, let's get into this thing, man. First track, short one, we have Au Revoir. This is the shortest song on the record, and that was designed that way by Brian. He said in the Talon of the Hawk commentary that his desire to write 1.5-minute long songs, as well as incorporating other languages, were goals in his writing that he set out to achieve on this song. So as always, man, I got the lyrics pulled up for each of these tracks. 12 songs, 42 minutes. So thanks again to Shane, and let's get it.
You know what I think's really sad? I know how really sad you are. I'm probably gonna leave real soon. Just wanted to let you know before I say au revoir. Au revoir. You probably don't even know what that means. Au revoir. Au revoir. You probably don't even know what that means. She says that it's French. I know what it means. You don't have to be so mean. If you want to leave, why don't you go? Right before she walks away, I'm pretty sure I hear her say, adios, adios. I bet you think I don't know what that means. Adios, adios. I bet you think I don't know what that means.
Catchy guitar riff. Hey. Hey, that's how you start a record, ladies and gents.
She says that it's French, know what it means. Just thought I should let you know before I say au revoir.
Au revoir. Starting us out on a great note right here, man. It was short to the point. I enjoyed the guitar riff in particular. I thought that was catchy. And then adding some of that accordion, I don't know, kind of gave a bit of those French vibes, right? That Brian was probably trying to get here on this song. Just diving into the lyrics, kind of interesting because he talks about, he says, I know how really sad you are. I'm probably going to leave real soon. Just wanted to let you know before I say au revoir, au revoir. You probably don't even know what it means. And then she says that, hey, that's French. I know what it means. You don't have to be so mean. If you want to leave, why don't you go? So obviously a little relationship turmoil right there. And then he notes that he hears her say adios, adios. I bet you think I don't know what that means, right? I can already just hear the spite from this gal right here, right? Saying, you think I'm not intelligent enough? I was reading here that that a lot of people think that au revoir just means goodbye, but it actually means goodbye until we meet again. So there, maybe she didn't fully understand all of what he was saying right there, because he's not just, I think, bidding her adieu forever, but maybe he's having that mindset, hey, we're gonna meet again down the road. And then he, comes back. I thought it was cool how they put the rock and roll. You probably don't understand what I mean. Those communication breakdowns, so to speak. But all that to say, man, solid way to start the record. I thought it was pretty rich musically as well with the accordion in there. I dug it. So we're gonna go now to Skeleton, and this is 3.5 minutes long. So first kind of proper link tune right here. Let's check it out. A little bit more upbeat, I can already tell, than our opener.
I walk around like a skeleton last night, trying to find my way home. This white frame, it's all that I got left. 'Cause not even you can chew through my bones. I got very strong bones. I walk around like a skeleton last night, confused and alone. Who was I kidding? I can't get past you. You are the cops. You are my student loans. You are a head-shaped hole in a sheetrock wall. You are the pain I feel. You are the stud in the wall. Better than nothing at all. And I got so stoned, I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall, but I got so stoned, I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall, but I got so stoned. Come on, baby, calm me down. You're the only one who knows how.
My guy's down bad here, man.
Reunited and it feels so good. It's so much better than I thought it would. 'Cause I feel fucked, but in a good way. I start to cough, taste the butane. I can tell that he's asking her yes or no questions by the way she's shaking her head from left to right, and then up and down and left to right again. I'm gonna go get so stoned, I fall asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat.
Yeah, again, such a catchy hook right here.
But I got so stoned, I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall, but I got so stoned. Come on, baby, calm me down. You're the only one who knows how. I got miles to go till I ever get home, but the sound of your laugh and your voice on the phone makes it feel like I am already there. I got so stoned, I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall.
Song that gets better the longer it goes on, man.
I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall, but I got so stoned. I fell asleep in the front seat. I never sleep in the front seat. I'm too tall, but I got so
Our second track, Skeleton, keeps with the catchy hooks. I thought the hook was the highlight of this track right here. Definitely going to give the heart treatment to it. And again, our guy here, man, he's down bad. Cannot get over this girl. So what's he going to do? He's going to get so stoned that he's going to fall asleep in the front seat. He says, I never sleep in the front seat because he's too tall, you know. But I got so stoned, I fell asleep in the front seat. So, you know, he's out here down so bad. He's just going to get so high, fall asleep in his car, do something that he never normally does. I thought there were some good metaphors in here as well, saying you are the cops, you are my student loans, you are a head-shaped hole in a sheet or a sheet-rock wall, you're the pain I feel, you are the stud on the wall. Better than nothing at all. So he's kind of saying, you know, all these things that cause him some pain, but he kind of flips that, I think, at the end, saying better than nothing at all, right? Better to love and lost than never love. And he continues to go through and note that he can tell now that she's getting with somebody else, and that's causing him pain, and that she's one of the only things that ever made him feel at home, so to speak, right? So I like the metaphor with him being a skeleton around here, just empty and hollow, so to speak. So a good way to keep the record going right there. And now we're going to go to Swear to God the Devil Made Me Do It, which was supposed to be the album title, actually, until they switched it to Talon of the Hawk, of course. But I do like the name of this. Kind of makes me think of one of my favorite records ever from Brand New, The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. So curious what we have in store here. Okay. swear to God, the devil made me do it, man. Another one I'm gonna have to give the heart treatment. I like how the song was bookended by almost that spacey type of phasing that was going on. Gave you that outer space feel as he's talking about space age crystals, right? And as he continues to go on, a lot of lines that I think were pretty impressive, man. He says there is someone out there just like me, probably keeping to themselves. Makes you think, right? Of there's so many people out there in this world, right? There's people that are out there that would love to love you. You just gotta go out and find them, right? But when you keep it to yourself, it can't be done. He continues to go through talking about how he knows the CPR mouth to mouth. He's saying, "I will blow air into your open mouth." So again, just that closeness and that relationship right there. And then we get the title. I swear to God, the devil made me do it. He says it's a shame the bad habits are the hardest ones to break. Ain't that the truth? He says our love's a dangerous game, one that I am definitely losing, but he can't walk away. That love's so intoxicating, and he feels fulfilled by it, I think, in many ways as we go through the song a little further. He notes, I just want this to mean something to anyone, even if they don't know who I am. I wonder if that was quite personal to Brian when he wrote that, just in music in general, right? If people really resonate with your songs, but you never meet them, they don't even know who you are, but hey, you're still putting out something good into the world, even if you don't maybe have that one-to-one human connection, so to speak, man. But all that to say, really strong song right there as it cues up their most popular tune, and just an absolute great track, Twin Size Mattress, which tells the story of a close friendship damaged and destroyed by addiction. One of the most popular and beloved front bottom songs. So I already have this thing hearted, man, but let's enjoy it again.
This is for the lions living in the wiry, broke down frames of my friends' bodies. When the floodwater comes, it ain't gonna be clear, it's gonna look like mud. But I will help you swim.
Love the melody right here.
I will help you swim, I'm gonna help you swim. This is for the snakes and the people they bite, for the friends I've made, for the sleepless nights, for the warning signs I've completely ignored. There's an amount to take, reasons to take more. It's no big surprise you turned out this way when they closed their eyes and prayed you would change, and they cut your hair and sent you away. You stopped by my house the night you escaped with tears in my eyes. I begged you to stay. You said, hey man, I love you, but no fucking sure that we could find something for you to do on stage. Maybe shake a tambourine, or when I sing, you sing harmonies.
What a great song this is.
This is for the lake that me and my friends swim in, naked and dumb on a drunken night. And it should have felt good, but I can hear the Jaws theme song on repeat in the back of my mind. Sure, kiss your knuckles before you punch me in the face. There are lessons to be learned, consequences for
Twin Size Mattress, man, absolute classic front bottoms jam right here. And man, I think everything works from the melody to just obviously the lyricism to the just emotional kind of pain vocals that Brian contributes through much of this song. And I think this too can apply not only to addiction, but to a variety of a certain type of subjects, whether it's mental illness or something in those veins, whatever the case may be. I like that it's a little open to interpretation as well. Just if you have a friend who's kind of in a bad way, right? In the deep end, and you try to help them swim, as Brian says, I will help you swim. I'm gonna help you swim. We get the warning signs that I've completely ignored. There's an amount to take, reasons to take more. It is no big surprise you turned out this way. That hindsight, they say, is 2020, right? You see some of those warning signs there. He notes they closed their eyes, prayed you would change. They sent you away, but then this person escapes, stops by the friend's house, and you said, hey man, I love you, but no way. And he then tries to think of ideas. Hey, you could come up, play the tambourine, do something, sing when I sing harmonies on stage. But unfortunately, that just doesn't really happen, right? For this person that's caught in a bad way. As we continue to go on, he says, there are lessons to be learned and consequences for all the stupid things I say. And it's no big surprise you turned out this way. We get that again, the spark in your eyes, the look on your face. I will not be brave. Maybe that whatever is plaguing this person is really weighing on them heavy. And then at the end, the crescendoing music just works so well. Whereas Brian notes, she hopes I'm cursed forever to sleep on a twin size mattress in somebody's attic or basement my whole life, never graduating up in size to add another. And my nightmares will have nightmares every night. Oh, every night. Not a picture perfect ending to this track, but hey, that's how life is, right? So all in all, just a great jam, and I can see why that it is the Front Bottoms' most streamed song and beloved song. Honestly, it's not always the case with bands, but I think Front Bottoms, one of their best songs is one of their most popular. So we're going to go now to the track Peach right here. Brian noted that originally this was just an acoustic demo, and then one night while we were all hanging out, we just messed around with some drums and keyboard parts and decided that we liked how it all sounded. How often do you read about that in the making of songs, right? So let's check it out.
You are my peach, you are my plum, you are my earth, you are my sun. All of your fingers, all of your toes, the back of your head, the tip of your nose. And you are the reason I'm smiling, and there's nothing to smile about. Yeah, you are the reason I'm smiling, and there's nothing to smile about. One day you will find someone
All right, Peach, which I know is one of Shane's favorites. Man, this is another. I mean, that's 4 songs in a row, getting the heart treatment, man. What a great way to start this record. Again, a lot of lines that I thought were really impactful on this. Again, we have the metaphor there. You are my peach, you are my plum, you are my earth and my sun. And he notes, and you're the reason I'm smiling when there's nothing to smile about. Again, we kind of have almost a ukulele sounding, melody in the background, right? Keeping that acoustic nature to it against some of the more, electric type of guitars. I thought that played off quite well. He notes that one day you will find someone who will love you like you deserve. See, he doesn't, again, kind of a theme throughout this record. He doesn't think he lives up to what this person actually deserves, that there's something faulty in him, right? And he continues to go on later, again, saying that, she's his light, his clock to keep him on time, his angel. He says, I'll serve this sentence for the rest of my life, because he says that she's also his crime, so to speak. And with that, that closeness, he's obviously infatuated with her. And he ends the song out saying, once I finally hit the ground, who's going to drag me into the light? It's just so hard to see tomorrow past tonight. That was probably my favorite line in the song. So hard to see tomorrow past tonight, right? We oftentimes when we get stuck right in the in whatever we're dealing with, it's tough to really have that big picture mindset whenever we're in our feelings, man. So all that to say, really good jam right there. As we now go to Santa Monica. So let's check this one out.
Sometimes I cry when I get sad. I guess it's true what they say. Emotional baby boy, emotional man. Emotional baby boy, emotional man.
I don't even know what that was right there musically, but I'm here for it, man.
Emotional man, I am emotional. I wish we were forever lying on the Santa Monica beach, drinking Tecate, 24 ounces underneath the stars, being a superior couple, loving who I am 'cause what we are. I wanna confess it in a whisper that's just loud enough to make out. I want you to listen from the kitchen to me confessing on the couch. I wanna be stronger than your dad was for your mom. I wanna be stronger than your dad was for your mom. Where I'm standing, there is a cool, cool breeze.
I like the use of the trumpets in here.
The devil a little
Bow, bow.
uncomfortable. I guess it was some things I was just born to be. Emotional baby boy, emotional man. Emotional baby boy, emotional man. Emotional man, emotional man. I am emotional. It's such a big city, I feel so stupid. Thinking I might see you if I wander around. If I do the things we used to do together and we were on the same level, you'd be doing them as well. There's something about drowning I can't shake, or someone dying anyway. I wanna confess it in a whisper that's just loud enough to make out. Want you to listen from the kitchen to me confessing on the couch. I wanna be stronger than your dad was for your mom. I wanna be stronger
All right, Santa Monica coming in right here, bringing the horn section, man. The trumpets going at it. I thought that added a cool texture to this track. Kind of switched some things up musically as we're at the halfway point on the record. Again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I think the hook here was the highlight of the song, where he says he's an emotional baby boy, emotional man. He repeats that a few times, and then he finishes off the chorus saying, "I am emotional." So, bringing all that with the emotion word, I thought was a pretty strong right there. Again, as a lot of this record is talking about that love, right? He kind of envisioning being on that Santa Monica beach with this being the superior couple, loving who I am because what we are. He also knows that I want to be stronger than your dad was for your mom. So a lot of really introspective, heartfelt messages being delivered in this track right here. Again, we have a cool little play on words saying heavenly bodies make the devil a little uncomfortable. I guess there are some things I was just born to be. Too, I think the way they played with that guitar, it almost sounded like a synth at one point, which I thought was pretty tight. So musically, really a strong jam right here. And now we're gonna go to The Feud. 3 minutes. Let's check it out.
I was so bored before I met you.
Just getting right into it.
Then I met you, and everything changed. And now it seems I could be amused, and the littlest things can find so much truth. She says you should admit it, but she knows I probably won't. That he's the sound you want now, and I just the noise you don't. And I'm just saying it's a bummer, man. Sorry for interrupting. I guess I'll go. You were my girl. You were my baby. You were my homemade mashed potatoes, biscuits, and gravy. You were too good. I should have known. You were a prize my hands could never hold. And she says you should admit it, but she knows I probably won't. That he is the sound you want now, and I'm just the noise you don't. And I'm just saying it's a bummer, man. Sorry for interrupting. I guess I'll go. And she said, tell me what I need to hear, what I want to hear, or else I call her baby. I ask her to sit down, allow me to try to explain myself. She said, you should probably admit it, probably, but I probably won't, probably that is the sound you want now, sound and I am the noise you don't, I should probably admit it, probably, but I probably won't, probably that is the sound you want now, sound you want.
Again, like how the music's crescendoing as the emotion and the vocals are too.
Noise you don't. I'm just saying it's a bummer, man. Sorry for interrupting. I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go.
The Feud right here, aptly named, right? Because our guy here was, so bored before he met this gal, right? And now it seems I can be amused and in the littlest things I find so much truth. But then we get, again, a very catchy chorus where she says, you should just admit it. She knows I probably won't, that he's the sound you want now, and I'm I'm just the noise you don't. So she's moved on to someone better, right? And now he's just the noise that's in the background of her life, and he can't get over her. He can't get over her. He reminisces on those good times. Says that she was his homemade mashed potatoes, biscuits, and gravy. You were too good. I should have known. You were a prize my hands could never hold. Again, kind of harkening back to some of our previous tunes and themes, right? Where he doesn't view himself as possibly worthy of this love or up to par with what this girl is, kind of that idealized version of this person, right? So all in all, yet again, I think the chorus was really solid, and I liked how the music crescendoed up as well, as the pain vocals were really kind of emo and apparent on this song, right? So let's go now to the next track, Funny You Should Ask. Yeah, let's check it out. Gotta grow up, man. Unfortunately.
You were young, you thought you didn't have to care about anyone, but you're older now and know that you should. It's funny you should ask.
I like that switch from I was young, now you were young. Didn't have to care about anyone.
But I'm older now and know that I should. 'Cause I was young, I thought I didn't have to care about anyone. But I'm older now and know that I should. It's funny you should ask, 'cause I don't remember. It's funny you should ask, I could have been a contender. It's funny you should ask, no, I will not surrender.
Again, kind of have some of the similar, just kind of upbeat musicianship on here, and yet again, the hook was really strong right here. I thought the opening line just kind of drew you in right away, right? The good thing about this cast is I can still hold a knife, so if you ever twist my arm again, I'll be sure to put up a fight. So yet again, relationship issues all apparent throughout pretty much every song on this record, right? He says, he goes through, he says, I was was young, I thought I didn't have to care about anything, but I'm older now and know that I should. So again, that responsibility being added to him, and just kind of that maturity growing up is apparent to him. And then he notes, the seasons are changing. It's freezing now. It's summer. He calls her out and says Chelsea. So I don't know if there was actually a Chelsea in Brian's life here, but he then notes, speak a little French to me. So then I started thinking of our opener, au revoir. I'm like, is this the same woman? But he was stuck in Jersey while she was in France, and he says, I guess I'm just another thing you left behind. And so I thought that was cool too. Then after that, he switched from the original chorus saying, but I was young, I didn't have to care about anything. Now he points the finger to her, saying that you were young, you didn't thought you didn't have to care about anyone, but you're older now and wish that you could. And he just kind of thinks in his life, man, I could have been a contender, I could have been maybe somebody to this person, but alas, life had other plans. Solid track right there. And now we're going to Tattooed Tears. I'm already intrigued by the name. A lot of these are great song names right here. So let's check it out.
You should know that you don't kick if you don't have to. All's fair in love and war, I know, don't get me wrong. But if you listen to your heart, it may mislead you. Lord, I should know I have felt lost for so long. You had me go from what I thought was sliding carefully to seriously slipping out of control. And I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. It's not like a movie when we kiss. There'll never be no music when we kiss. And I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. Convenient, oh, convenient.
Again, very entrancing melody right here.
All I want is to want nothing. The room is dark and I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm asleep. She says it just don't make no sense. Why can't it work out in my head? Why I can't be happy? There's definitely reasons I should be. She says that I, for one, will not be held responsible for someone else. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to learn this love will never be convenient. And I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. Convenient, oh, convenient. Let's talk about how it fell on my shoulders as it came pouring out my ears. Let's talk about the face of our love and how it might look with the addition of
Great groove right here. Loving the bass work.
Let's talk about the torn up skin on my fingers, right where it meets my fingernails. Let's talk about how what you call sliding carefully is seriously slipping out of control. I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. I'm gonna have to learn that this love will never be convenient. It's not like
Tattooed Tears, really, really dug that one, man. One of my favorites, actually, on the record up to this point, man. Again, the relationship where they're kind of at odds in how they view where it's going, right? He says he gives some sage advice at the start. If you listen to your heart, it may mislead you. Lord, I should know. I have felt lost for so long. And then we get into that chorus. Man, guitar work on this was exceptional. Not only the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar was really great too. I thought the bass work as the song went on was quite strong as well. So musically, one of the best tracks, I think. He says, I'm going to have to learn this love will never be convenient. I'm going to have to learn that it's not like a movie when we kiss. There will never be no music when we kiss. That essentially he's saying that this relationship isn't going to work out. It's not going to play out in that picture perfect way that so many people envision in their minds, right? Then he shifts to what he heard her say. She says, all I want is to want nothing. The room is dark and I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm asleep. She says, it just don't make sense. Why can't it work out in my head? Why I can't be happy? There's definitely reasons I should be. Again, now she's looking at herself and her situation with him and like, I should be happy. Maybe everything on paper is going well, but maybe that love in the heart just isn't quite there. And she notes, I will not be held responsible for someone else. I gotta go. Oh man, just the knife twisting in for our poor dude right here, right? But all that to say, really, really strong song right there. I enjoyed it. As we go now to Lone Star, which Shane said was one of his favorites, and the ending reminds him of He can't help but think of SpongeBob. So, man, as a SpongeBob super fan, I'm curious what it's going to sound like. But Brian has made it very clear in an interview that he did that the song is not about himself, but a friend's experience. The name Lone Star stems from a brand of beer the band drank while recording in Austin, Texas. Only 3 hours where I am located right now, man. So the Lone Star State, right here, Texas, representing. Let's check out the song.
Says, hey Brian, if you still believe in the Lord above, get on your hands and knees and pray for us. Get on your hands and knees and pray for us. The past few months were pretty rough. A couple times wished we both were dead. Never cried like that before. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. Not just preparing for nightmares. Years and years I do suppose. And nothing feels alright now. The length of my hair or the fit of my clothes. I'm crying like a baby saw nothing. Cause I can leave, so what now? What? So where do I go? Cause I could imagine myself throwing all my clothes inside a suitcase without bothering to fold them. Cause I could imagine myself throwing all my things inside a suitcase without bothering to fold them.
Heavy song right here.
She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Hey Brian, if you still believe in the Lord above, get on your hands and knees and pray for us. Get on your hands and knees and pray for us. Because freshness is expected from any hip-hop artist. I avoid using traditional techniques. I avoid using traditional techniques. Techniques! 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 Techniques!
Technique. Had to include the little SpongeBob clip because, man, I knew what Shane was talking about. Lone Star, great track right here. One of my favorites. A heavy tune, right? He notes that at the very start, goodbye, future, once so bright, meet my pregnant girlfriend, watch my bank account run dry, $437 spent to put things back to the way they used to be. It took me a second to realize, oh yeah, he's getting an abortion right here, right? Still, I would have spent so much more, but $437 somehow shakes all responsibility, but it's not easy. Then we get the chorus, man, which is so heavy. The girl looks him dead in the eyes and says, "Hey, Brian, if you still believe in the Lord above, get on your hands and knees and pray for us." So Brian really calling himself out here, which I can see why he had to clarify and why people thought, hey, this is about a experience Brian had, since he, name drops himself in this. But as he continues to go on, he notes that, life's just, tough for him in that moment, that emotional, just a situation that happens after an abortion, rather, for some people. He says, "I never cried like that before. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head." Not just prepping for nightmares, years and years, I do suppose. He thinks this is going to be something that's going to affect him emotionally for a very long time. He thinks about just throwing all his stuff in a suitcase and leaving without bothering to even fold them, because now he knows that the responsibility of a baby, it's kind of gone. He could up and leave this girl now and, just do what he wants at the end. And then, towards the end, we had the techniques. But all in all, man, again, some pretty keys in here and a really strong effort as we, start to close out the record as we go now to the song Backflip. Let's check it out.
See me mad at situations, I see me turn and walk away. I see a tattoo on my right thigh that I will probably regret one day. Yeah, I will probably regret one day, but now I am happy
cool harmonizing in the background.
With your lifestyle, no matter how many times they tell themselves, just breathe in, hold it, now let it out. And this is how the cool boyfriend sits in the passenger seat of his girlfriend's car. He's looking at me, I wish the light would turn green. Set me free, oh set me free, oh set me. Teach my rolling veins, where there's a will, there is a way. Just cut me open, let me drain, oh let me drain, oh let me drain, oh let me. I'll move to Florida, I'll buy a brand new pickup truck, and I'll tint all the windows, including the driver's side. Now you can't see me, so you can't touch me. When I sit at the red light and watch your boyfriend, wonder if I'm inside, if I'm dead inside.
Backflip, our penultimate track, another really good song. I'm a broken record on here, man. It just so many of these tunes are so catchy, and this song is no different right here. Even though the lyrical content stands in quite a contrast, right, on most of these songs, where I'm kind of getting in our feelings here. He talks about his tattoo that he has, and he knows that he got it, with that safety pin and a ballpoint pen. So, he's going to the stick and poke tattoos. He says he'll probably regret it, but he's enjoying just bonding with the people that he's around. He knows there are answers here. They're just harder to figure out since all your questions got harder. Again, that maturity as life and responsibility kind of weighs on you a little bit more. It's a little bit more difficult, and he's starting to question his lifestyle, saying, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with it, even though it's kind of making me anxious, and I got to breathe in, hold it, let it out. It continues to go through and notes that he's talking way too fast and loud, so maybe he's drunk or high, whatever the case may be. He's trying to say, thank you for understanding my side of the story the best that you could. So again, just wanting that connection, empathy, I think, in his situation right here. So with that, he goes to the end, is kind of jealous of people who look like they're in their relationships, having a good time, a good life. He is just going to up and become a Florida man, go out, tint all his windows so he can't be seen, and people will be wondering if he's dead inside because they can't see him, right? So I kind of like that dark twist at the end of this track right here. And again, musically, just very pleasant on the ears. So we're going to finish this record off, y'all, with the track Everything I Own. After that, I'm going to give my favorite tracks, Shane's favorite tracks, and then my overall thoughts and score of this record.
Sometimes you get sad when we're together, because you're not sure if you'll miss me when I'm gone. Just try to appreciate what you got while you got it. So if it ever goes away, you could say you enjoyed it while it lasted. Sometimes I don't feel like singing, I don't really like these songs. Sometimes I don't feel like dancing. DJ, please don't turn the beat on. Let's keep it quiet, keep me honest, keep me true, keep me in love, keep me believing it's with you. But who's gonna push my wheelchair around when I get sick? God forbid I ever stop feeling sorry for myself for being selfish. This is not the way I plan on living for the rest of my life. But for right now, it gets me by. It gets me by.
Hey.
Who's gonna push my wheelchair around when I get sick? God forbid I ever stop feeling sorry for myself for being selfish. This is not the way I plan on living for the rest of my life. But for right now, it gets me by. It gets me by.
Everything I Own, ending with a banger of a track right here. Again, very catchy jam right here. Brian got into his emo vocals more so on this track than almost any other as well. And again, tried and true front bottoms subject matter relationship. Where's it going? Where's it headed? How's it been? That's what we get in this song right here. We kind of start off saying sometimes you get sad when we're together because you're not sure if you'll miss me when I'm gone. He continues to go on saying, let's keep it quiet, keep me honest, keep me true, keep me in love, keep me believing it's with you. He that doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement of this relationship, right? And then he asks the question though, like, I can't end it because who's gonna push my wheelchair when I get sick? This is not the way I plan on living for the rest of my life, but for right now, it gets me by, gets me by. He knows, even though it's not the greatest situation, he at least is familiar with it, right? He knows how to deal with it. And so often in life, we stay in those types of situations that aren't necessarily the best for us just because of that familiarity. And I related to this line. It's reached the point in the night where I need to decide whether I'm going to fall asleep or watch the sunrise. Shout out all my night owls out there with terrible sleeping habits. But he then notes we are both into letting this develop, but the thought of starting over always sounded much better, right? Because then it's like, okay, I can start over, be with somebody else, but am I going to find someone that's going to love me like you do, even if that love's not where we both want it to be, so to speak. So all in all, man, really solid way, I think, thematically and musically to end off this record. And that'll go now to my favorite songs. Before I do that, I'm going to note Shane's, because he always gives his. His favorites are The Devil Made Me Do It, Peach, Santa Monica, Lone Star, Twin Size Mattress, and our final track that we just heard, Everything I Own. I am going to have some similarities there. I'll just kind of go in the order they appeared. Swear to God that the devil made me do it. Twin Size Mattress, of course, an absolute classic. I'm going Lone Star. I'm going Backflip. And I'm also going to throw Tattooed Tears in there as a one that Shane didn't have. I thought that song was really excellent. And so now to my overall score of the record, man. And just thoughts in general. I think that this album was very good because Brian knew what he wanted to do on this, right? And he didn't really try to get out of his lane, so to speak. Almost every song dealt with relationships, the deterioration of them, whether that's with a love or like a friendship. A lot of themes about responsibility being added, growing up, kind of emerging into that responsible adult that you're supposed to, right? And just trying to figure your place out in the world. I think that's what a good emo pop punky kind of indie rock record is supposed to do. And it definitely has elements of all those genres in there. I thought the guitar work was really solid throughout. The choruses were a highlight on every single song, very catchy. You want to sing along to these by the time you hear the chorus for the third time or whatever the case may be. I'm sure these songs translate very well in a live setting. So all that to say, man, I was really impressed with this record. I like the themes that were on here. I thought the lyricism was strong, and all in all, really consistent as well. Didn't seem to drag on. So I'm going an 8 out of 10 on this record for me on first listen. Let me know your thoughts on Talon of the Hawk in the comments below. Be sure to share some love with Shane as well for requesting it, and let me know your favorite front bottoms song that's on this record, and just in general as well, any other records of theirs that I need to check out. But I guess that'll wrap it up from here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy listening.